Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer recently acquired a new folding electric bike and has already noticed improvements in their balance and stamina. As a senior who stands at 5'6", they found the small wheels took some getting used to, admitting that a slightly larger wheel size might have been a better fit. However, our reviewer quickly learned to adjust their riding position for better control. The unit itself is quite heavy, but the removable battery, which accounts for a good portion of the weight, makes lifting the frame much more manageable. When it comes to performance, this compact electric bike is surprisingly powerful. It handles hills without any struggle, even with a rider on board. The folding process becomes simple after a few tries, although a notable downside is that the handlebars are not adjustable and require a couple of included tools to fold down. Out of the box, some initial setup and adjustments were necessary. The brakes needed to be tweaked to prevent dragging, and a fender, which was bent during shipping, had to be straightened. Our reviewer noted that the company's customer service was very attentive regarding the shipping damage. General maintenance like tightening all bolts and checking tire pressure is also recommended for any new bike. Despite some online complaints this client had read about the seat, they found it to be well padded, high quality, and easily adjustable. The handlebar grips were secure, though padded gloves were needed due to arthritis. The battery is easy to remove for charging, but the lock isn't the most secure, so it's wise not to leave it unattended in public. All in all, for what it is, this machine offers high-end safety features and decent power. Its main drawback compared to more expensive models is simply its weight, but this reviewer is very happy with the quality and value of this little electric bike.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer decided to upgrade their transportation after a previous personal vehicle failed. Following a few days of careful research, comparing stats and watching videos to weigh the pros and cons of different models, they settled on purchasing this particular electric bike. Our client wants to warn potential buyers that some assembly is definitely required. If you don't have mechanical experience, it might be a good idea to ask a friend for help. The included instructions were not very thorough and failed to mention a couple of key steps, like removing a metal protective tube from the seat post. After getting it put together, this client noticed a scraping sound from the brakes. Although the documentation claimed they were adjusted at the factory, it was clear they had shifted. After finding helpful videos online, they were able to adjust them, but noticed a slight warp in the rear rotor. While this causes a very minor drag, it doesn't seem to affect performance. Despite the initial setup frustrations and the poor quality of the paper instructions, the daily riding experience has been great. This folding electric bike is used for a short commute and easily hits a zippy top speed. The battery life is a standout feature, lasting for several days of riding before needing a charge, and the ability to remove the battery to charge it indoors is a huge plus. The seat is highly adjustable, making it comfortable for both our reviewer and their taller partner. The brakes work fantastically, providing quick and confident stops from high speeds. A major downside, however, is the weight. Our reviewer lives upstairs and finds carrying the hefty frame to be an awkward struggle, as folding it doesn't make it any lighter. Overall, this client is happy with their purchase. It's incredibly fun to ride, cruising much faster than a regular bike, and has the potential to pay for itself in saved transportation costs.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer has been using this electric bike for a few months now and feels ready to share some thoughts. While generally positive, it doesn't quite earn a perfect score due to some unexpected maintenance, including a flat tire, brake adjustments, and even an issue with the handlebars coming loose. Weighing in as a heavier rider, this client found the electric bike to be incredibly efficient for daily commutes. It's been a game changer for getting to and from work, saving a substantial amount on alternative transportation like ride shares or relying on friends. More importantly, it saves a significant amount of time, which our reviewer considers the most valuable benefit. The battery performance has been particularly impressive. Although not fully pushed to its limits, this reviewer recounted a lengthy round trip that stretched across a considerable distance, completing the entire journey on a single charge with some pedal assistance. This capability speaks volumes about its endurance. Our reviewer recently started a new job with a decent daily commute, covering several miles each way. Initially, there were concerns about the bike's efficiency for this new route, but it has performed flawlessly. To ensure optimal speed and effectiveness, which our reviewer prefers, the battery is always fully charged when leaving home and then topped up at work. It's worth noting that the speed and assist do feel less potent as the battery level drops. There was one instance where our reviewer forgot to charge at work but still made it home, albeit with only 1 bar of battery left and requiring much more vigorous pedaling. This isn't an issue when starting with a full charge. Beyond the daily grind, this electric bike proved its mettle in an unexpected plot twist. Our reviewer once transported a surprisingly heavy load from the grocery store, 3 large packs of bottled water, each quite substantial, with the combined weight of the rider and this significant cargo, the L.
Appreciate you watching. If this video helped, like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below. See you soon.